Hello, this is Geoff with In-Depth Studies. Today we're looking at Romans chapter 9, verses 16 through 18. And the context of this passage is the Apostle Paul is answering really the question, how do you become a spiritual Israelite? And of course, the answer is God has to choose you. You cannot be just born into the people of God like it would be to be born into the nation of Israel. To become an Israelite, you just had to be physically born into it. But to become a true believer, become part of the real people of God, a spiritual Israelite, God has to choose you. So in this context, he says this, Romans 9, 16 to 18. It does not therefore depend on human desire or effort, but on God's mercy. For Scripture says to Pharaoh, I raised you up for this very purpose, that I might display my power in you, and that my name might be proclaimed in all the earth. Therefore, God has mercy on whom he wants to have mercy, and he hardens whom he wants to harden. This passage from beginning to end says that becoming a believer, God's choice, is all up to him. And of course, this really sticks in our craw, with regard to the unbeliever, because the idea that our eternity is ultimately not in our hands, we find just so unacceptable. But here in Scripture, Romans chapter 9, 16 to 18, it's very clear. It's not like it's a difficult passage to sort out. It's just too clear that it is God's choice who becomes a believer. Yes, we're responsible to believe. That's absolutely true. And yet, when all is said and done, it is God's choice. So if we believe, it's because he chose us. So this is just an excellent passage that drives home the point that God sovereignly saves. So if this is helpful and you want to check out some more of Geoff's thoughts, you can go to youtube.com under Geoff's Thoughts, and you can subscribe to further Geoff's Thoughts. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.